It wasn't too long ago. I was probably 18 years old. That I was in a club. I'll never forget. I had been in the club 3 times in 3 days, and it just dawned on me. I think I was driving on the way home, and it dawned on me. I'm not happy, but I love the club. Why? Because I fit in. When I went there, no one was judging me. Then I remember whenever I really started jumping into church, I remember going in and immediately knowing I don't fit in.
At Different Church, we have a vision, and I wanted to make it as simple and as easy as possible. 3 things. 1, we want to go somewhere different. We want to do something different, all in hopes, and number 3, that we reach somebody different. The world doesn't need another church. I think we can all agree with that. If you drive down the road, you see 1 million churches. The world doesn't need another church, but what it does is it needs a different church. Maybe someone or a church is going to go somewhere that nobody's willing to go, to do something no one's willing to do, to reach somebody that nobody is willing or really wants to reach. And the crazy thing about that is that was Jesus' mission. That was the disciples' mission. Really, my favorite passage in all of Scripture is Acts 3 and 4. There are these 2 dudes named Peter and John, and they're going to the temple. And as they're walking there, there's this paralyzed dude on the side, and he asks them for money, and they say, silver and gold we don't have, but what we do have, we'll give you. And they say, get up and walk. And this is my favorite part, and this is where I see me. There are 3 things about Peter and John that the church people saw. 1, it says that they were ordinary men. If I could tell you anything about Tyler, I'm as ordinary as it comes. I don't have a ton of gifts. I don't have a ton of talents. I've never felt like I was the best at anything. The second thing that it says about them is that they had no special training in the Scriptures. They didn't know the Bible enough. If you look at Peter and John's life, they were fishermen. They spent more time with salmon than they did Scriptures. Me, I read the Bible, I know it, but there are people in the world that know it a lot better than me. They sound really good when they talk. But there's the last thing that they said about Peter and John. It says they were ordinary men. They had no special training in Scriptures, but they recognized that they had been with Jesus. That's my story. That's me. I didn't grow up reading the Bible. I didn't grow up going to church. I'm not super talented. I can't sing. I'm not a good dancer. None of that. But I've been with Jesus. And they were willing to take their story outside of what everyone else was doing at the time to reach somebody that nobody was reaching at that time. So at Different Church, we have a very, very, very simple vision. And it's 3 things. Go somewhere different and do something different to reach somebody different.